Hello and welcome back. So the skills acquired in writing rational functions as a sum of partial fraction is useful in integration. In this section, we learn how to find them. In the first case, we will discuss the situation where the denominator of the rational function can be expressed as a product of distinct linear factors. However, in order to obtain a partial fraction of a rational function, the degree of the numerator must be less than the degree of the denominator. And the second condition, we must know how to factorize the denominator. Now, take the situation where we have an integral of 5x plus 7 over x cubed plus 2x squared minus x minus 2. We must know how to factorize the denominator. So, in this case, we can take x as a common factor, or x squared, between those two terms. Then the remaining part is x plus 2. Between those two parts, we can take the minus as a common. Then we can end up with x squared minus 1, and we take x plus 2 as a common factor. And we know this x squared minus 1 can be factorized into x minus 1, x plus 1, and x plus 2. So the denominator can be factorized into distinct factors. Okay, now we can write the rational function in the form of a over x minus 1 plus b over x plus 1 plus c over x plus 2. So remember that the denominator can be factorized into x minus 1, x plus 1, and x plus 2. In order to compute those constants a, b, and c, you need to bring all this denominator into a common denominator, actually. Okay, and this can be done by multiplying a by x plus 1 and x plus 2 plus b x minus 1 x plus 2 c x minus 1 x plus 1. Okay, over, now the common denominator becomes x minus 1 x plus 1 and x plus 2. This way we can compare the left hand side into the right hand side. So 5 of x Now you can compare the coefficients of the left hand side into the right hand side. So here we get the coefficients of x squared is equal to 0 from this side is equal to ax squared, bx squared plus b, and plus c. 5 is equal to 3a plus b. Okay, there is no x here. Okay, 7 equal to 2a minus 2b minus c. So we get three equations, three unknowns, and using the method of elimination or Gaussian elimination, calculator or computer, then you can compute the constants a and b and c to be a equal 2 and b equal minus 1 and c equal minus 1. So now if I asked you to integrate this rational function, okay, d of x, then you can, simply that this rational function can be decomposed into those partial fractions, then we can integrate them as follows. and this is equal to 2 ln x minus 1 plus, minus ln x plus 1 minus ln x plus 2, okay, plus the constant term. So in summary, once you get a rational function, make sure that the degree of the numerator is less than the degree of the denominator, and you were able to factorize the denominator into factors. In the first case, if they are distinct factors, you can write them in the following form. Then you compute those constants, a1, an, and finally you perform the integration of partial fractions. Now practice this part, and you can find the solution of those exercises below the video.